The viewers at home.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. So your position as the ANC Youth League right now is that he must be reinstated, Julius Malema?
Yes, we are moving from a perspective that the ANC is a leader of society. And if the ANC is a leader of society, it can't be at loggerheads with everybody in society, church leaders, veterans in the ANC, the workers, COSATU, and business people. The ANC must be able to forge a cohesive society and be able to streamline and take understanding of everybody. It cannot be that if members of society raise a view within in society or in the ANC, they must be dismissed, like the chairperson of Nedbank has been dismissed. The leaders of churches are being dismissed, COSATU and so forth. We think that the ANC, as a leader of society, it must be able to bring together all these sectors and put a view and a political understanding. So that is where the youth leagues come from, that as a leader and an agent of change in society, you can't be alienating everybody, from young people to the veterans.
But at this point, I mean, Julius has been through some disciplinary process within the ANC. If you want to be a member of the ANC, the argument on the table that they put is that you must be willing to follow ANC protocols and procedure and not sow division within the party and not bring the party into disrepute.
Yes, from where we're standing, he has done so. He has complied. He has undergone the whole disciplinary process. He has subjected himself to that process. Even after he was found guilty, he never attended any ANC Youth League meeting or any ANC meeting, which shows that he is complying and he is a disciplined member of the ANC. What we are saying to the ANC is that it cannot be that the young people of the ANC and all members of society, particularly young people, for them to bring boundless energy and creative thinking, there must be an environment of unfear. Because if we have an environment of fear, you are going to deny young people of an opportunity to think beyond what all people think. So society is conservative and you need the youth to bring new thinking into the ANC. And you can't bring new thinking with the risk of being disciplined. We do not disagree with the process of young people being brought back to order, being brought into book by the ANC, because that's the responsibility of the ANC to nurture young leaders of the ANC. But that can happen through political engagement, through other processes, not a disciplinary hearing that will end up expelling a young person. At the age of 30 or 27, these young people could have still learned a lot and being better leaders of the ANC tomorrow.
Now, there's some argument that's saying this is now amounting to defiance of the ANC. Is the ANC Youth League being defiant?
We are surprised about this argument, because if we were in defiance, these comrades were going to attend the meetings. They were going to be there every day, going to the Tuli, but these comrades have complied. They haven't attended any Youth League meeting. They haven't attended any ANC rally. So where does the defiance come from? They've also subjected themselves to the entire NDCA process. What we have just expressed is that we do not agree that this is the way to go. We do not agree that this is the manner in which to manage an issue of contradictions within the organization. And that can't be defined as defiance. We have got the right to express our opinion. And that is what we're expressing. Even in a court of law, if you are found guilty, you can express an opinion of disagreeing or agreeing with what is the outcome of a court of law. And you are not in defiance with that.
So, following the meeting of the past weekend, what's the way forward? What did you arrive at as conclusions?
We have concluded that we are going to call a National General Council to look into various issues of implementations of the program of action of the ANC Youth League, Congress resolutions, the issues of expropriation without compensation, but also to say that we must make a meaningful input into the policy conference of the ANC to break the barriers of apartheid. That as far as we are concerned, where we are today, the assessment of the NEC is that apartheid, as it was designed by the apartheid government, was designed in a manner that it must be able to reproduce itself. And even in a democratic government, it's still being able to reproduce itself. The racial imperatives in the economy are still existing, as defined by Sam Peter Blanche in his book, History of Inequality. So we believe that the policy conference of the ANC must be able to dismantle these historical imbalances. And that's where the Youth League is going to put its focus now towards the policy conference of the ANC.
Talk a little bit about the removal of the Treasurer General of the Youth League, Malema. Why was he removed?
It was a decision taken by the NEC that it has lost confidence in the Treasurer General. And we have said the reasons we're going to forward them to the National General Council. Yes.
But there was no disciplinary process. There was no case that was put to him and he had a chance to reply and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it wasn't done that way.
Those are things that I have said we are going to put them before the National General Council.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are the issues relating to? Was he moving beyond the view inside to perhaps try and become president of the ANC Youth League? Is
no,
that
everybody has got the right to want to be anything in the Youth League.
Yeah.
It's not an issue of where people can put a motion of no confidence on you for wanting to be anything in the Youth League.
Yeah.
People have aspired to be anything. So that is not the reason. The reasons we are going to furnish them to the National General Council. And I can assure you that one is not a reason at all. If that was the reason, we would have stripped him of his membership.
Yeah.
Because he's still a member, he can still aspire and in future become whatever he wants in the Youth League. Yes.
There's some rumor that 15 members of the ANC Youth League, the executive, have also walked away in solidarity with him. Is that correct?
I've heard that rumor. I don't know where does it come from. There's nobody who walked away from the meeting. The meeting ended up in a very amicable way. It was tense and robust, but we were able to resolve issues that related to the Youth League, and we closed the meeting correctly.
Yeah. Just in terms of where you are as the ANC Youth League, would you agree that the ANC Youth League, particularly at the top, is in disarray at the moment?
It's not in disarray at all, because we still have more than 30 people in the NEC of the Youth League.
Okay.
Who are executing the responsibilities of the Youth League, who are attending to the day-to-day. So that's why you see the Youth League in all sides of the country still continue with its rallies, with its regional congresses. The Youth League is functioning as a normal organization.
Yeah, some are arguing that the kind of situation that you find yourself in would imply that you've lost the battle as the ANC Youth League, not for President Zuma to have a second term. That horse has bolted, it's now out of the stable. That battle you've lost, the other horse is running full steam ahead towards Mangaung.
I don't know where does that come from, but if you look into the policy documents released by the ANC, you will see that the Youth League has influenced the policy documents, the policy direction. The ANC is agreeing that there is a need for greater economic transformation in South Africa that will change all sectors of society and be able to benefit all South Africans. And most of those have been influenced by the Youth League. So we remain convinced that we will be able to influence the upcoming policy conference, and we will be able to influence the National Congress of the ANC.
Yeah. Is that being hampered by infighting within the Youth League? Is there a section within the Youth League that is saying, look, those people view the reinstatement of Julius Malema as critical. We don't view it as critical as things stand. We support a different kind of approach, and that infighting is causing and leading to some paralysis. We're just putting up some visuals of some of the people who may have been injured in this conflict there.
I'm not sure which visuals are these ones. I don't want to confirm things.
In Mafikeng, you must have received reports though about what happened in Mafikeng.
No, it's for the first time I see this. I don't want to confirm things that I don't know.
Is it? You don't agree with this? You didn't get reports saying the young people in Mafikeng are not agreeing with the way things are moving right now, and they've done this as a way of showing their disagreement.
No, I haven't seen it. It's for the first time I see it now.
Yeah.
And we listen to everybody who agrees or who doesn't agree to us, and we do self-introspection. So as and when we continue, we will be able to be influenced by whoever is within the structures of the Youth League. And as where we stand, the Youth League is able to execute its responsibilities. It's able to implement Congress resolutions.
Yeah. Just finally, I mean, this school of thought, you don't agree that this was really, I mean, ultimately, this was really about the battle for the second term. And as the ANC Youth League, unfortunately, perhaps you've been stripped of the power that you had prior to going to Polokwane and perhaps national conferences of the ANC before that, where I mean, there was talk in Polokwane, the ANC Youth League is the kingmaker. The ANC Youth League is no longer a kingmaker now, as things stand. Would you agree with that?
No, as I've said, if you look at the policy documents of the ANC, we have influenced them. We're convinced we're going to influence the policy conference, and we will also influence the National Congress of the ANC.
Okay.
So we remain convinced that we are a critical body of opinion in the ANC,
right.
And we will continue to execute the Congress resolutions of the Youth League and be able to give clear and political direction and a new meaning into the life of the ANC.
All right. Ronald, thank you very much for coming in to talk to us.